here on the campus of the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Reporting for KRVN, I'm Bryce Doeschot. Joining with me tonight is Tracy Zink. You're a member of Lead 35, graduated this evening. First and foremost, congratulations, Tracy. We'll get to a little bit more about Lead here in a moment, but tell us about your background.
I'm a third-generation farmer from southwest Nebraska by McCook. Indianola is our little town. And I've kind of taken over for my dad. He's still around and still directs me as much as he can. And we have corn, soybean, milo, and wheat.
As we begin to talk about the LEAD program, first tell us how you first heard about the LEAD program and then give us an overview of your experience.
I came back 5 years to farm full-time. And I don't remember how the conversation started, but sitting at lunch, Dad stopped what he was doing, looked at me and said, if you're going to do this, you need to belong to LEAD. And that's where it started. And it was another 2 years before I felt like I could devote 2 years of time. And I've never regretted it from that one submission.
For someone who's never heard of the LEAD program, give an overview of what's all encompassed in the 2 years of the program.
Well, it's kind of a exposure experience of Nebraska. We go to various, all different universities and campuses across the state. We learn about the agriculture and the agribusiness in each parts of the state and how they work together. We learn about our resources, the lack of, and some of the resources that we didn't even know existed in our state. And it's a leadership, education, action, and development. And what we've decided is those first two, leadership and action, are starting now, right now, as we're heading out the door as graduates.
Not only were you able to travel around Nebraska, the entire United States, but you also traveled internationally, and you spoke tonight very highly of that experience. Tell us about where you went and some of the highlights of the things that you learned on that trip.
You know, we went to 3 different countries, and this little farm girl had been out of the United States, but nothing like this. We went to China, Laos, and Thailand over the course of 14 days, and it really was an immersion program. We drank water buffalo milk. We saw porcupine farms. We walked among the rice paddies and talked with Chinese government about how their input costs are not controlled, but the price of the grain they receive are controlled. And we're just really starting to get a grasp of how each of those countries fits into agriculture here in Nebraska.
Now, in your LEAD class, you had fellow members across the whole state of Nebraska, a very diverse group. Talk about the camaraderie, that's developed across the last 2 years.
Well, there's 30 of us. There's six women and 24 men. And I tell you what, has to be one of the best groups in LEAD ever. We started out, we have some mature members, and we have some young folks who are bringing all sorts of energy and enthusiasm. And then there's some that have been through the 80s in farming that can temper some of the situations that are coming up now and guide the rest of us through it. And, you know, the support that we've got for each other, and it's really a sense of pride. When one of them does something, I feel just incredible pride for them, and we're going to support each other from here on out.
And if someone was thinking about becoming part of the LEAD program here in Nebraska, what recommendation would you have for them?
Don't wait. Do it. It's not going to be right for everyone all the time. So talk to your family, talk to your coworkers, and see when it can fit. It is a big commitment, but it is worth it. And I wouldn't have believed it 2 years ago standing here, but it really will and does change your life.
Here at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, celebrating LEAD 35, I'm joined with Tracy Zink. Tracy, thanks so much for sharing some of your thoughts.
Thank you.
Reporting for KRVN and the Rural Radio Network, I'm Bryce Doeschot.